Hey, it's Saturday! Guess what? It's time for the Beautiful Marriage Garden podcast!
Every Saturday at 11 a.m. EST, we talk about love, faith, and godly relationships.
Just search for Beautiful Marriage Garden on YouTube and don't forget to subscribe.
Even married couples can learn a lot. Tell your mommy and daddy to watch too.
See you every Saturday at 11. Beautiful Marriage Garden, where love grows God's way.
Hello, welcome to the Beautiful Marriage Garden podcast. My name is Mary, and I'm here today with Michael Agronah. Hi, Michael.
Hi, Mary. How are you doing?
I'm good. Nice to see you today.
Nice to see you. That's awesome.
Great. Are you ready for us today?
Yes, another exciting moment for us to talk to our audience. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Awesome. Okay, welcome our viewers. This is the Beautiful Marriage Garden podcast hosted by Michael and Mary Agronah. We're a Christian couple who are interested in helping others live God glorifying lifestyle. If today's the first time you've joined us, after this stream, don't look back. Just come back to the YouTube playlist called the Beautiful Marriage Garden podcast. We've had a couple of episodes you might want to watch to catch up. And we are streaming for the first time today on TikTok. So if you are watching us live on TikTok, we're excited to have you join us today. I don't know if you are watching us from YouTube or TikTok. Let us know in the chat where you are joining us from. And it's quite exciting, and we look forward to having an interesting section with you today. So, Michael, are you happy to join us, continue the talk today?
Yes, I am happy. I will share
Awesome.
my screen in a moment. Can you give our audience a quick run through of what the series we've had so far? We've had a series on healing from past relationships, and I think, Mary, if I'm correct, this is our second set of series, right, on proposal. The
No, this
first
is
one was
fourth.
the first one was healing from
Yes,
past.
yes, yes, yes. So for all of our proposal, this is the part four. And I'm happy to tell you we are live on TikTok. We have some people joining us already, which is exciting. Hello, everyone joining us for the first time on TikTok. We are happy to have you join the Beautiful Marriage Garden podcast. Today I had a little glitch with my internet, so I hope that I stream flawlessly, and I hope that it doesn't break at any point. But anyway, we've been having a couple of episodes on this channel. We started with healing from past relationship, where we did about 2 or 3 episodes in relation to that. Now we start another episode, another series on choosing a married spouse. So within the series on choosing a married spouse, this particular episode we are looking at all about proposal is the second um episode within that. But within this particular episode, this is the part four we are having today, which is quite exciting. And I'm really happy that it has gone this way. In case you are watching us on YouTube, don't forget to like and share. If you are watching us on TikTok, don't forget to give us a heart so that TikTok will recommend the stream to others who are also watching other things so they can jump onto this video. So, Michael, before I bring you on board today,
Right.
I hope, it is my hope, if he works, good job. If he doesn't, that's fine. That we'll be able to finish our topic and all about proposals, because it's been back to back to back to back. But I'm
Yeah.
looking forward that today we'll be able to finish it. So should I hand over the stream to you? Welcome our all-time favorite person, Paco. He's always number one, and he's watching
Oh,
us YouTube.
thank you.
Yeah, we have a
Okay,
couple of TikTok as well.
awesome. So I'm going to share my screen now and going to talk to you. Today we have a very heartfelt discussion we want to have, and I want to spill it out there. If you know somebody who needs these answers, please definitely reach out to them. We are going to address a case study where there's a lady who is interested in a guy, but of course, as a lady, you can't go proposing marriage to a guy. What do you do? Or you're a lady, you see this guy who is approaching you, you can see signs of interest, but he's just not talking. And you too, you don't know what to do, right? So we are going to tackle this, and this conversation will be very useful for guys and for ladies at the same time because it helps us to see the world of men and the world of women and some of the disparity. Now, Mary, you were hoping that we could finish the episode today, but I doubt, given the number of things we have to talk about, perhaps next week. So let me go on, do a quick recap from last week, and then after that, we can delve into today's discussion. As usual, please let me know if you can see my screen while I share.
Okay. So I'm sure our viewers will be able to see your screen very soon.
You can see my screen, right?
Yes, yes, I can see it.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to start off at this point by mentioning one of the things we emphasized last episode, that we are saying that if you're a lady, wait until a guy verbally expresses his interest in you for marriage before you assume that you are dating. On the other hand, if you're a guy, open your mouth and speak to this lady, communicating your interest without you going thinking that you are in relationship with her if when you haven't spoken. Now, we've already established that a proposal is an offer, and being an offer, it needs to be communicated. And we shared with you a couple of scenarios where a guy believes this is my girlfriend, and along the way, this lady brings another guy or is bringing her wedding invitation to this guy, and the guy is hurt. And why is he hurt? He believes that this was the lady he was dating. He never said it. All right. So there is also a lady who believes that, oh, this guy is very interested in me. We've been talking at midnight. We've been exchanging texts together. He's so romantic around me. Yet he hasn't said anything. Now, the shock will come in when this guy now begins to introduce somebody to you as his lover. So you don't want that to happen. Never assume. Never assume. For guys, for ladies, let this person speak out his intention for you before you assume that you are dating. Otherwise, you are not in a relationship. You are in some kind of maybe love relationship or caring friendship, but it hasn't gotten to that serious point where it can develop into marriage if it has not been communicated. Now, just for the sake of those joining us today, we've been doing a discussion on proposal, and we said all a proposal is an offer. So being an offer, it can be accepted or rejected. Now, we also mentioned that it's very important to propose right at the right time, so that you do not end up as a guy proposing to ladies when you are not sure or at the wrong time, and eventually end up breaking people's heart when you discover that that was a wrong move. So you can find that in all our previous episodes. Now, the process we laid across was the fact that start with friendship. Very crucial. As a guy, do not be proposing to a lady that you are not friends with. because chances are, if I am a lady and you propose to me when you don't know me very well, I'll be questioning your the genuineness of your intention in my mind. I'll be asking myself, well, he doesn't know me that well. How come all of a sudden he's interested in me? Is he a player? Is he in for some motive? Some there you'll be building a blockage or more tough time for yourself winning the heart of this lady if all you did was to propose without taking time to build a friendship. And we mentioned there are many ways to build friendship. Get closer, get to know her, and then once you get to know her a little more, you can be doing some research alongside, know some of her friends, know some of her close relatives, on develop creative ways of asking questions relating to her that will provide the information. And we shared examples early on. And we finally said that propose when you are sure about yourself, first of all, before you take that step. Now, we said, as a lady, you've received this proposal. Good news. What next? You have the chance to accept or reject. And we said that you should only say yes immediately if you were expecting it and you were already prepared for it as a lady. Now, if not, don't just say yes because you are desperate or nobody came into your life a long time, or you see that this guy has some status in society, and so you want to attach yourself and benefit from that. You may end up regretting that decision. So here's what we said you should be doing as a lady. These are our recommendations. First of all, if a proposal comes to you, ask for time, but certainly not too much time. I don't know how much time you need to wait on the Lord and seek counsel in order to get to decide whether to accept or reject a proposal, but certainly not too much time. If it becomes necessary to have too much to use too much time, let's say months, definitely let it be known that, oh, you haven't just ignored it, you are thinking about it and praying about it. And we also mentioned that if this guy truly believes that he has good intentions, he should not be pressuring you to give a response maybe ASAP. He should not be hasty. Now, while taking the time, here are the things to make sure you get done. Go deep in prayer. Go deep in prayer, because you can never know a man truly just by sight. There is more to a person beyond what we see. And only God knows the heart of man. So definitely spend time in prayer. Now, we also mentioned that you should involve somebody in that prayer, because sometimes emotions can cloud our judgment. So when you have a second person who is bearing you up, a second or third person who is bearing you up in prayer, you're praying together, you can almost readily see if your emotion is beginning to take over your hearing of God, or you are truly hearing from God, because now you have a backup. So get a few brothers, a few sisters you believe are, are people who are genuine, and pray about this together. Then we said, while praying, you should also be seeking counsel. Get guidance from people that you know have track records, or even people who you know the person, but be tactful in the way you approach such people who know the person. So how do you pray? We we stress on the fact that the example of the early disciples in the book of Acts tells us exactly how to pray. And this was the prayer they prayed when they were seeking to replace Judas, who had committed suicide. Now, yes, the content of the prayer was, Lord, you know everyone's heart. Show us which of these two you have chosen to take up this ministry and apostleship, which Judas abandoned to go to his rightful place. So the prayer is simple. If you pray it with all your heart, God will answer you. So the prayer is that, Lord, you know this guy who's just made his intentions known. Can you show me who he really is? What is in his heart? What is his motive? Is he the right person for me? And if you pray this genuinely, God is too faithful not to show you if you are one of his daughters. So now that was where we ended. Today we're beginning with this aspect of seeking guidance. I am broken to say that many people don't seek any guidance or counsel when choosing a spouse. It's sad, but that is what is happening. Mary, I don't know how you feel about that. Does that really break your heart like it does for me?
Yeah, it's quite disheartening knowing that the same people, if they were even supposed to buy a product, maybe a phone, um, a car, or anything that doesn't have a lifespan or longevity as marriage, they are
Mhm.
likely to inquire of others. They are likely to seek guidance. But the same group of people, when it's time for them to get married, it's quite secret. They don't want anybody to know. They don't seek any counseling. Very few people who go to church even take the counseling sessions
Mm.
seriously. So it is sad. It is actually sad.
It's very, very sad. And let me throw it out there that the counseling you have before you go to the altar, it's very, there's only little it can do, because at that point your decision is made, and the church is going to take you through counseling so that you can get into the institution. At that point is too far to now start seeking counsel about this person you plan to marry. So start early. And I often say, among 7 billion people in the world, it should be it should be unthinkable that you can't find one person that is trustworthy, that has years of experience, who can counsel you about your marriage. It's is that really true? Not even parent, not even a pastor, not even a counselor, a mentor. If you don't have a counselor in your relationship, it's dangerous. I'll just say it's dangerous. And I don't mean that, oh, I've introduced him to my parents, so my parents are aware. No, no, no. I mean that openly saying to your parent or whoever you believe will be a counselor to you, openly saying to the person that I'm considering dating this person, or we are dating. Can you be our counselor? We can come to when we are in need and take guidance from you. Many people don't have this. And here are a few reasons in our experience we've seen people not seeking counsel. One, the mindset, I know how to choose a good spouse. And of course, I'm going to say to that no, you don't. No, you don't. Even married people are still learning to know their spouse after years of marriage. So you definitely don't know how to choose a spouse, even if you think you do. There are things that you still wouldn't know you don't know, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So and that's the thing. If you don't know that there are things you don't know, then you might think, oh, okay, this all there is to it. But actually there's way more that there is to choosing a spouse that might be way more than what you know. And the second reason, I've heard a lot of people say to us, I want to keep my relationships private, secret, or is because they believe that relationship is a private affair. Well, that's true. But then, if that is so true, if you begin hurting, then it should be a private affair. You should contain it all alone, But in most cases, that's not the case. So by opening up and seeking counsel, you minimize that whole thing of getting yourself hurt unnecessarily. We've counseled people where we've seen that if this person had a counselor in this relationship, he or she would have backed out long ago and not be bleeding to the point of total breakdown before backing up. Would have seen that, oh, no, 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 come on, this is too dangerous. This is the time. Back off now. But there was nobody to say so, and the emotions kept clouding, and the feeling was that, okay, he'll be okay. He will change. She will change. And he never changed, and she never changed, and it went down the drain, and now they come out bleeding profusely in ways that they shouldn't. So please get counseling. Get
Yeah.
counseling. So in the context of choosing the spouse, open up to somebody and be plain, be honest. Don't be hiding. Mary, there's this analogy that's coming to my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And the analogy is, let's suppose I'm holding a pen. And I want to ask for your thought about that, about this analogy. I'm holding a pen. Assuming you can't see the pen, I've covered it. And then I come to you to help me detect what is in my hands. And I say to you, Madam Counselor, I'm having a problem identifying what is in my hands. And I want to give you a description, a perfect description of the situation so you can help me. And here's the description. I have something in my hands. The thing has wings. It can fly. And sometimes when it's flying, you can't even contain it. You have to scream to get. So can you, from a counselor point of view, Mary, what are you going to tell me? Well, what will be your assumption about what is in my hands?
A bed.
A bed. Now, this is a funny one, but this is so frequent. Many people come to you for help, and they filter the story that they should be giving you to provide you as a counselor with a better perspective of the situation in order to counsel. So, at the end of the day, if God doesn't help you as a counselor to see beyond the story that is proposed or framed, you are limited with information to give to this person that will be helpful. And at the end of the time, their time is wasted, your time is wasted, nobody gets helped. So the point I'm trying to make is that if you are truly going in for counseling, please open up.
That's
Please
very
open up.
important.
Yeah. Mary, do you have something to add to that?
Yeah, the only thing I want to add is that you see, counselors are not magicians. They might
Hmm.
have the skills to help you open up, but they actually don't know exactly what you are going through unless you are very explicit with them. Of course, you chose that counselor because you trust them and you know that they can help you. So when people are helping you, don't cover the information they need to be able to assist you. Be very open. I'm not saying that tell them all about your life, but at least the ones they need, very importantly, to help with the matter at hand, is very, very important that they get to know. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so open up, say to the person, oh, this guy has introduced himself to me and has made his intention, or this lady, I'm considering this lady. Um, Within me, I feel like I already am falling in for her. My emotions are all clouded. Be honest and plain. And so, but don't go and say, well, this lady is catching my attention, but I don't think I even like her. Then why are you even here in the first place? Right. So just be honest, or things like that. Oh, I'm really struggling. I'm not sure if it is just lust or if it is just real love for her. And here is how I feel. to the best of your ability, describe what you feel, and give them most information that you think might be useful to help get your guidance. Now, the second part is that you're a lady, you've been proposed to, now you're seeking counseling, you are praying, but do some background work as well. If you know somebody who knows this person, to find a way, a creative way, or say, oh, okay, oh, I see Eben is your good friend. Why is he so much a big deal to you? What is it that you makes you like him as a friend? And you begin to hear something. Oh, Eben is a nice guy. He's a very um, humble guy. He really loves people and cares for people. But Eben, don't dare trust him with your money, or he will steal it one time.
Yeah, I think it's that's very funny. And we have a comment from TikTok. I don't know if you're able to. We cannot see the those on YouTube. We cannot
Okay.
see the TikTok comment, but someone is saying that keep it up. This is great. So, Will,
Awesome.
thank you so much. We really
Thank you.
appreciate.
Thank you. Whoever sent that message, thank you so much. Now, you're doing some background work, you're praying, you're seeking counseling, and let's say at that point you are quite comfortable that this is the time. I'm going to give my response. Give your response. It's a two-way response. Please don't say, no, but maybe in future. No, no. Be said. Don't waste anybody's time. So we don't have that much time to waste. So
Mm,
if you say yes, you are not going to overly promise. Please, that's crucial. Don't go and say, "Oh, I've prayed about it. I'm convinced, and I want to spend my life with you." Like it's still early, so just say, "Oh yes." Can we begin to steady ourselves and see where the Lord leads us? You are not overly promising that this is going to work for sure. There have been proposals that didn't work. Even
mm,
there have been marriage arrangements that few weeks to the marriage didn't work. So be careful how much promises you are making even from the word go. So say yes and simply add that okay, we can steady ourselves to get to know ourselves very well and see where the relationship leads. It may lead in marriage, it may not lead in marriage. Secondly, if it's a no, please say no respectfully. There are many times where a lady is saying no to a guy in a way that is so rude, and years down the line, this guy is moved on, married, excelling in life, and this lady is wishing that she had said yes to the guy.
that's I've
Yeah, go
encountered
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
this over and over again.
Mm,
Ladies who said no spitefully, disrespectfully, angrily. They didn't even consider, like, last week we spoke about praying about it and talking to. They didn't pray about it. They
mm,
didn't think about it.
mm,
They, as soon as the proposal came, right there, they graded the guys, placed them on scale, weighed them, considered what they perceived to be the future of these guys, and
mhm,
outrightly said no. And it was as if their no propelled the guys to greatness. Then, a few months later, probably a year later, the guy had become everything they had ever wished for in a man. Now, they are concerned, they want to go back, but the manner in which they said no is so horrific that the guy don't even want to consider coming back. My sisters, even if you say no, say it with respect to the other person. You don't really have to say yes to every proposal, but
mm.
don't say no in such a manner that you will lose the person's friendship, you will dishonor them, you will discredit them, you will trash them. No, say no and let them still maintain their honor and dignity they have. Life can flip at every point in time,
Seriously, seriously, life can really, tables can change so quickly.
very
So
quickly.
a very simple, polite, nice way could be something like this. Oh, I spent time, the conversation we had the last time. Yeah, and I asked you to give me time. I've spent quite some time praying and 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 seeking guidance about what we discuss, and I feel the Lord saying no to me. Of course, if you don't feel the Lord saying no to you and it's just you feeling, please be honest. Don't complicate, don't co- don't involve God when He hasn't told you, right? So just say, um, I don't think this is right for me. And you are not necessarily obliged to give reasons. Okay, just say that I think we should still be friends, but for love relationship, after praying about it, my impression is that no, this is not for me. And be clear. If it is the question of I don't know yet and I need more time, be clear. But if it's too much time to, that's also a problem. But if it's a no, it's a no, communicate it wisely. There are instances where we've seen some ladies say, you proposed to me. Look at your shoe. You don't even have clothes to wear.
Yeah, I think that is a very wrong way to say no. Um, don't ever say, "Who are you to even propose to me?
Who are
When did
you
you
to
arrive?
propose? Yeah.
When we were, where were you?" Don't say no because you don't dress well. No, because I don't like your tribe. I don't like your race. No, those are the wrong ways to say no. You are not just rejecting them, you are rejecting valuable things they hold so dear to their heart. A time will come, even if they know somebody from their tribe interested in you and the person confides in them, somebody from your race, they will probably dissuade the people from saying yes, because one, when they proposed to you and they were from that race, you trashed their proposal and even looked down upon their race. Meanwhile, it's possible that by that time you might have grown out of this thing and you have
Right.
probably gotten to a level that you know that what I did was wrong. But because you've already made a wrong impression, it can deny you the opportunity of meeting other people in the future. Don't say no. Say no because you know it will not work as a relationship. Don't say no because of their family, their work. No, you are not God. Their destinies are in the hands of God.
Mm,
So
mm,
just be careful.
great. And one other thing to point out is that if you do say no as a lady, don't go and spread it to other lady friends. That's a really bad way of doing it, because then the guy begin to some ladies will begin to look down this guy, and it becomes a whole lot of things to handle. So I
Yeah.
hope we've given you a very fair idea of how to respond to a proposal as a lady. If you still have more questions, please send them in the chat. If it's very personal, you can reach out to us on my beautiful married garden at gmail.com, and we can arrange a time to have these conversations with you on a much personal level. Now we want to change gears and touch on this very common question that comes up. And the question is, I am a lady, I'm interested in this guy. What do I do? I can't go telling him, proposing marriage to him. And that's something we also discourage. Or there is this wonderful gentleman who has been approaching me of late. He seems interested in me. There are signs that he's showing. He's always checking up on me. Oh, he just called to say, "Oh, I'm just checking up on you." And I think something is there, but he's just not speaking. Why is he not talking? Why? If he's interested, he should come up front and speak. What do I do? And it seems that you have some interest in him as well. So we are going to start this new conversation on what to do as a lady. And this is important for guys hearing this, because you will get to see a little bit of the world of women. So you should pay close attention as a guy listening to us on YouTube, TikTok, or any of our platforms. Now, the first thing we need to agree upon is that if you're a lady, please don't go proposing to guys. Please don't do that. We'll tell you why you shouldn't do that. Yes, today's contemporary world, on the social media, equal rights, everybody can do what they please, will tell you that if a guy can propose marriage, why can't a lady do that either? And we have two positions for discouraging ladies from proposing marriage to guys. And the reason we are talking about this is because if a lady cannot propose to guys, does that mean that's it? They can't do anything until a guy comes up? No, there are things you can do. There are ways to present yourself, position yourself that would be to your advantage. And that is the line of conversations we want to have in this session. So the first reason we say don't go proposing to guys as a lady is the Bible's position concerning the structure of a family or the structure in marriage. Now, the second reason is the potential consequences you would face as a lady if you went ahead and say, oh, a lady can do what a guy can do. I want to propose to this guy. Would you marry me? So let's delve into each one of them. Now, the Bible stand, I will mention a couple of verses and then make the point. Yes, I know there are gender activists out there who advocate that a man can do what a woman can do what a man can do, and women should be 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 given certain opportunities or to can be the head of the house and all those stuff. Now, I wouldn't say they are all wrong, because most of those activists are coming from the point where over the years there have been serious abuse of women, and so that abuse has stirred up that passion to fight for the right of women. But in our generation, in the Western world more especially, that has been taken overboard, so that now is the men in the home who have no say, and it's almost looking as like there is emerging other activists now for men who even have some women involved in there. A friend recently told me of a lady I know personally from Norway who is a serious activist for men in the home, because she had a broken marriage where she had that marriage broken because she was in there on the other side advocating to lord it over her husband, and the pain and the disaster she's gone through, she's now advocating the other way. So this is by no means a communication of women as being inferior at all. This is just God's order of roles in a home. Genesis 2:24, that is why a man leaves his father and mother and is united to his wife, and they become one flesh. Second scripture, 1 Corinthians 11:3. But I want you to realize that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is man, and the head of Christ is God. 1 Timothy 2:13, for Adam was first formed, then Eve. Genesis 3:9-11, but the Lord God called to the man Where are you? He answered, I heard you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked. So I hid. And he said, who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree I commanded you not to eat from? Why am I putting all these scriptures up? Here's the emphasis. One, men are not superior to women. No, that's not the point. Men are equally, and I've been teaching for a while. In many of my classes, you find that some of the women are even more are excelling in academics than some of the guys I have worked with. So it's a lie for any guy to think they are superior or more important than women. That's not the point. The point is that in every community, in every organization, in every society, there needs to be a hierarchy of 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 submission. That is why in in your workplace there is somebody who reports to somebody who reports to somebody who everybody's accountable to somebody. So there need to be some leadership structure. Can you imagine a community where there's no leadership structure, nobody reports to nobody, nobody's submissive to nobody? It will just be chaotic, right?
Yeah.
Bible stand is that even though men and women are equal, in order of um, leadership and authority, God in his sovereignty decided to set men as the head of the home. Headship simply means leadership. And yes, I get it that many people, even men, have taken this overboard and are you abusing that authority. They are answerable to God on that day when we all meet God. But that's not the spirit of it. The spirit of it is that the man has been given leadership role. So here in Genesis 2:24, you see that the initiative is placed on the man. The emphasis is placed on the man because he's supposed to be taking the initiative. Now, in First Corinthians 11:3, it's clear that the leadership, the head, is the man. That is why in Genesis 3:9, when both Adam and Eve had fallen short of, they've done what wasn't right. When God came, God knew, yet the first person he demands accountability from was man. So, my dear sisters, or my dear wives, my dear women out there listening to us, you are by no means inferior. In fact, you know it that men we will definitely struggle if we don't have your backup or your support. But the point is that God has placed that leadership role for men, and let's recognize it so we can enjoy the institution. So, because of that, we are saying that as a lady, allow this guy to make his marriage proposal to you and not you doing that. So the second reason for that position is the potential consequence you would get if you propose as a lady. Even if this guy comes out to propose to you, many times it's difficult to even get his commitment. How much more if you went ahead to say, come on, I've been looking at you, you are my taste. I think I want to marry you. Um,
Yeah.
you would have to beg him to commit. So please don't do that. Mary, I've spoken quite a lot. I don't know if you have some input to add before
you know,
we crack on.
when you said you are my taste, it just reminded me of a very funny. I don't know whether it was a commercial or a video I used to
Mhm.
watch years ago. But the truth is, um, like a woman going forward, I know later you bring some strategies a woman or a lady can use either than communicating a right or outright proposal. We
Mm.
just need to understand that, ladies, we are made for more. And though we've been blessed with much, there are certain things we should allow the men to take care of. If you go, a lady going on one knee, a man goes on one knee, and they say no, it's no news. And a lady goes on one knee and they say no, it's social media trending.
That's
You
a
don't
big
want
news.
to trend for the wrong reason. So please make sure that before you make any of such things, consider they will say consider the environment before printing. As a woman, don't put yourself in that situation. That's just what I would say. It's the man's responsibility to come forward. You can do other things to help him notice or to draw his attention to it. That's fine. But don't be the man, don't be the woman who will go on one knee, because if they say no to you, it will be it will be more news than you saying a no to a guy. And I see my mom online. Welcome.
Welcome, mommy. Good to see you. Yeah, I say see because I can still relate with her knowing she's here. Okay, so Mary rightfully mentioned the stigma or the shame from you proposing to a guy when he says no is big news to the world. So just don't do it, right? Coupled with the fact that the Bible's position is that the men should be taking the initiative. Now, I was talking about the part of commitment. Most guys will stay back and watch and expect you to do all the commitment in the relationship. If it is the case that you propose, they would mostly be thinking, well, I didn't ask for it. She asked for it. So let her be the one calling. Let her
and
be the
and
one
and that is not going to be exciting, because I'm
at
sure
all.
when it starts like that, he's expecting it to end like that. So even
Yeah.
if the relationship leads to marriage, he's expecting you to be, in quotes, the man of the home, taking care of everything. He's expecting you to take decisions. He's expecting you to pay the bills if you are not careful. He's expecting you to pay the rent. He's expecting you to do everything. After all, he was at his somewhere minding his own affairs, and you came to propose to him. So take charge.
And the second, even more devastating one is when a guy goes around saying, I didn't like her. She was imposing
Oh,
herself on me. That is so disrespectful. That is going to kill your confidence as a lady. And
mm,
eventually, you may see if you are in a community, you may see other guys begin to see you as a lady who doesn't have dignity.
yeah. Some can even call you cheap.
Yes, and I didn't want to use the word, but Mary, you did. So don't put yourself in that position. Does that mean that you can't do anything as a lady? No, you can't. You can. That's why we're talking about this. We're coming to show you what to do. Maybe we won't touch on that yet, um, depend on our time. But this is the goal for this conversation. So what to do instead? We will be delving into that. But before delving into that, let me mention what not to do. The traditional, maybe default approach I've seen certain ladies take is what I've outlined here. They are interested in this guy. They can't say, I love you. Would you marry me? This guy too is a nice guy. They are really interested in this guy. So they can use their lady's power to get him. And what is that? Maybe look a little bit sexy, dress shabbily, just to draw his attention that I'm there, oh, I'm there, I'm there. Can you see my body? That kind of thing. I'll share a story with you. I had these friends, co-workers that we were driving to school together and driving back. Where we're teaching a school, and two ladies were having conversation one of the days while we're going to school, and the first was saying to the other lady that, oh, come on, this guy, even when he calls me, I'm something is happening to me. And the other lady's advice to this other friend was that, why don't you invite her home and invite him home one of these weekends and flirt with him? He will begin to like you more. I was I was shocked. I was like, what do you mean? Mary, I don't know if you've ever heard something crazy as that,
You
but
see, it is happening all the time. There are men who have to commit to relationships they don't have anything to do because one lady decided to seduce them and they got involved and it probably resulted in pregnancy. Out of shame, they married the women quickly, but they never loved them as
mm,
wives.
mm,
Don't, sisters, don't ever put yourself in that condition. Men are men. If they don't love you as a wife, it will only take the grace of God. Don't seduce them. Your bodies are the temple of God. They are not for just things that will last few minutes. No, no. Don't do not seduce them. Don't ever think that you will use your blessed body God has given to you to force another person's son to love you. Bodies can change shape at any point in time.
and what is probably unknown about a guy who is attracted to you because of your looks, because maybe certain sensitive part of your body has been exposed, that guy most likely is not a person who fears God, and most likely is not coming because he loves you. No, he's seen something on you that is attracting him. And so on, if that thing is what he's interested in, not necessarily a genuine care for you. Ask yourself, if I didn't have that feature, would he be still interested in me?
Hmm.
So our sisters, it's a very, very bad idea to start um, dressing in a certain way to expose yourself in order to entice the attention of somebody you are interested in. You would not be able to keep the person because that lifestyle will not be appealing forever. It's just very temporary. And the second thing not to do is to become um, financially involved, giving money to this guy. And as funny as it seems, we have seen too many of this. You are not his wife. Why the financial commitment? So we've seen a lot of that. A lady who is interested in the guy, and because of the interest, doesn't know how to go about it. She begins to financially commit herself, buying gifts, um, expensive gifts, and a whole lot of stuff. Don't He won't love you because you are giving him gifts alone. There's more to that. And also, don't begin to serve him as though you were his wife. Some ladies will go there and try to cook for him or try to bring food to him.
Do the laundry,
Come on, no, you are
made
not
the
his
bed, set the house. He has not even proposed to you.
you are not his wife. Please put that dignity on yourself
Mhm.
and not do those kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So these are things not to do. So now we tell you what to do, and we can't exhaust that. But let me lay the context.
Okay. I know you want to lay the contest. We have
Yes,
3 minutes to time.
3 minutes. Okay,
And
I will
today we
stop
have
there.
to finish on time because I'm
Yeah,
jumping into another meeting.
I will
But I
stop.
think we can stop here. And if there
Right,
are questions, rather take them, then
take them.
continue this conversation next week. It's getting exciting, but we don't want to rush into it. I wish you can go back to the previous slide. You showed what not to do.
Right.
My
Okay,
dear,
so let's take the questions then from
yes,
anybody,
yes,
or if you have
yes.
comments,
So
please do
whether
so.
you are on TikTok or YouTube, if you have any questions, just leave it in the chat and we'll be able to respond to it. But I just want to speak from a heart of passion, love as a fellow lady.
Mm,
Dear sisters, you are beautiful. Don't allow any guy to tell you otherwise. You are
mm,
amazing. Don't allow any person to discourage you. And you are wonderful. If there are certain things that you know is not working well in you, and it's something that you can manage, like your attitude, your lifestyle, work on yourself. If you work on yourself, the best will always come. However, don't force yourself on a man. You are so good, you are so blessed that you don't need to be a puppet to any man.
mm,
And in as much as you want to be committed to this man for him to know that you love him, do not become financially committed into something that doesn't exist. He's not your brother, not your father, not even if you are going out, there is a limit to which you can be financially committed. And don't start serving as a wife. Don't start serving as a wife. Don't start serving as a wife to somebody who has not even proposed to you just to get his attention for him to know that you are a wife material. For all you
mm.
know, there is a one waiting somewhere. God loves you and He wants the best for you. Thank you so much, Mom. We are happy to have you here. God bless you too. God bless you. So, Michael, for me, I
Yes,
think I will end it here because I have another meeting running in the next 1 minute. I have to jump into. But I want
sure,
to
sure.
tell our audience, if today is your first time of joining us, this is the Beautiful Marriage Garden podcast. My name is Mary. This is Michael. We are a Christian couple who are interested in helping others live God glorifying lifestyle. We have a live podcast every Saturday at this same hour, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you are not in the Eastern Standard Time, the time zone might be different for you. So please do join us next week on TikTok. Do join us next week on YouTube, and we are looking forward that in the near future we'll be adding more channels to it. Now, let's say a word of prayer into your life. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord let his face shine upon you. May he grant you peace to you and yours. As you go through this week, may favor go ahead of you. May blessings go ahead of you. We pray that the God of all heaven, he will prosper you. He will establish you. Your
Mm,
path will be guided. We pray that those who are trusting God for spouses, God will open doors for you in Jesus' name. And for
amen.
anyone who is looking forward for any sort of miracle, healing, job, may God Himself listen to you. And
Mm,
do not forget to come back to the stream to rewatch the video. Do not forget to subscribe, hit, and share. Do not forget also to watch our previous episode. And we look forward to seeing you again next week. God bless and bye from our end.
bye,
Bye.
everybody. Enjoy the rest of the weekend.